Hello everyone, welcome to the first Flipped Collaborate for A3 in EDU 10004. You finished A1 and A2. We know that A2 was big. Now we have a really lovely assignment. It's quite a straightforward assignment and the students tend to give us feedback that it was quite smooth for them, and we do have lots of supports to help you along the way. And again, I know I say this all the time, but the key is to really understand the task. If you really understand the task, you'll realize that it's quite straightforward. So again, I'm sharing my screen with you. So I've navigated to our unit, to assignments, and I'm heading to assignment 3. Okay, so this time round we have a different format of assignment. We've done our presentation, we've done our essay. This is a case study. So for our case study, we have a word limit of 1,500 words, plus or minus 10%, and a weighting of 30%, and it's not due till Monday of week 12, which is wonderful. So I'm just going to talk you through so you really understand the assignment. So let's have a look here about the overview. So what is a case study and why are we using it? So case studies depict real life scenarios or problems that help people consider multiple ways of looking at a topic. They also provide opportunities to link theory with practice because they bring theory alive using a real world scenario. This assignment requires us to work both individually and collaboratively. So you're going to analyse a case study and you're going to be thinking about some of the theories that we've covered in the unit. You're actually going to improve the case study and you're going to reflect on your own learning in this task and the unit of study. So let's have a little look at the assignment details. So with this assignment, what's going to happen is we have given students the opportunity to self-assign or be placed in a team by their ELA, and so we should have teams of 3 or 4. And we actually skipped ahead and we organised these in week 6. We just find that it makes for a bit of a smoother journey for everyone if they're nice and organised going into consolidation week. So everyone's going to use this same template that is also in our Padlet. So what you're going to do is you're going to analyse this scenario and you're going to do that with your teammates. But what makes it even better is we are actually going to work through each step of the assignment as a learning group. So along with your ELA, you'll also be discussing these topics, and the first part of the assignment we're actually going to discuss with your fellow students and your ELA in week 8, but your work on the assignment won't start till week 9. So great, you've got a week up your sleeve, you can start thinking about the ideas. It's a bit of a warm-up before you actually join your own teammates. So I've got a little bit of a visual that I'm hoping will help people out. So let's just move this a little bit. Okay, so in A1 we learnt that learning is complex, and in A2 we learnt that teachers and learners both benefit from theory. So now we're going to take everything you know about learning being complex and how theory can assist learners and teachers, and you're going to show us. So this is your chance to show us and demonstrate your understanding and how it actually fits into a real world scenario. So it has 6 parts. So we're given a specific learning environment that has some issues, and along with your teammates, you're going to use theory to improve it. I've put the word colleagues there because this is really what happens when you get in when you get into teaching. Your colleagues, whoever's in your department, perhaps on your year level, actually become your own support system. So this is kind of like sitting down over a cup of tea in a meeting or in the staff room and just saying, oh gosh, this is not working in my class. How can I improve this? And discussing all the different strategies, approaches and theories that you could encounter. So this is a little bit of a warm-up for yourself when you are in the teaching profession. So it is a really straightforward task. So first of all, you're given a case study. You're going to say, you're going to analyze it. So what's not working in this situation? You're going to, in your team, research a number of different theories that might help. So that's 2, 3, or 4 theories, depending on how many teammates you have. You're going to choose one that best fits to help. You're then going to use the theory that you've decided here that works best to rewrite the scenario and improve it. You're going to reflect on your own learning. So you're learning over the 12 weeks, or there'll be 11 weeks when you submit. You're going to reflect upon that. So hopefully you've realized that learning isn't quite as straightforward as it looks, and how theory can really assist. And you're going to show your teamwork skills. So that's your collaboration with your teammates or your colleagues. And that's it. So let me show you this. This is also in our live brainstorm session. So it's just a visual again. I really like to see and understand things. And when we don't see each other face to face, I think it's nice to have something concrete of sorts to explain something as we go through. So these are the parts. So each one of those that we just talked through. So what's not working, researching some theories, reviewing which one is best, rewriting the scenario, reflecting on your own learning, your own understanding, and an appendix is where you show us how you've collaborated with your teammates. This is how we're going to step through the assignment, and this is our timeline for it. So in week 9, you're going to complete parts 1 and 2. In week 10, you're going to complete parts 3 and 4. And then you're going to finish off part 5 and 6 in week 11. And we've stepped this out for a very specific reason. We do ask students to give us feedback on all assignments, on their experience, what was tricky, what was difficult, what we could improve. And we've taken all of that together and we've created this for students, because we find that if there's a recommendation or an expectation for the team to move through the task, you get to week 11 and no one's in a flurry, everyone's nicely sorted, and no one has to sort of plead and drag their teammates into working. You're like, let's keep to the schedule, let's get ourselves there ready for week 12. So this here is me just saying that, so in week 9, you're going to start discussing with your teammates what's not working when you analyze it. And we actually discuss that along with your learning group and your ELA the week before. So that's a bit of your warm up, and then we continue through the weeks. So it's a bit of a bonus for you. Now, I'm just going to show you another document that I've made. I did make a assignment timeline at the beginning of the teaching period, and I've had some positive feedback from it. So this actually is a bit of a checklist. So if you want to print this out or just keep this close by, if you follow this, this will get you all the way to the very end. The yellow brick road takes you right to the end of week 12, and you can jump up and down, do your happy dance, and be very proud of yourself. So what I've done is, you can see that out of the 6 parts that we complete, only 2 of them you complete with your teammates. Most of this assignment is completed on your own. So only 2 of the 6 steps are completed with your teammates. So you can see I've just made the green color there, so you can see they're the ones that you complete with your teammates, and then blue for the rest. So we've asked you in weeks 7 and 8, make contact with your team, share some additional contact details. You don't want to lose touch We know everyone's busy, and share 3 different ways that you would like to communicate. So we know that part of being a good teammate is being flexible, being accommodating, being positive, being proactive. We know that everyone's busy. We've got people who work nights and days, and our carers for old people and young people and everyone in between. We know that everyone has unique schedules, and part of being a great team member is being accommodating. So the best way to do that, we've found, is to share at least 3 different ways that you like to communicate. We do have a lot of feedback from students that Google Doc works really well, especially because you're doing part 1 and part 3 together. And what can happen is sometimes you can get a little bit muddled. Oh, I'm talking to my colleague, my fellow student, are you talking about part 1 or is this part 3? Students have said, oh, it really helped to sort of have 2 different columns or 2 different discussions of sort, maybe 2 different colors of text, just to make it really clear, oh yes, this is me, my contribution for part 1 or for part 3. So that's just something that's come back in the feedback from students. So we're also going to ask you by the end of week 8 to decide upon a platform. So it might be Google Doc, it might be Zoom, it might be Skype. You can also use, we have arranged for 6 live Collaborate rooms, and you have presenter capabilities. So sometimes it's just easiest if you can all find a time. Okay, everyone's got an hour on Tuesday of week 9. Let's all jump on together and just share all our ideas. And you can just do a little screenshot of you guys collaborating that way. That would be really an excellent demonstration of your collaboration. And now is a really good time to share 2 or 3 different theories that you'd be happy to research, because in part 2, once you've decided, oh, what's not working here, what do we need to change, each student goes away and researches a different theory. That is really important, because you need to come back here and decide which one is best. So you're going to have a number of different theories. One question that we do get a lot is, oh gosh, it's really hard for us to come up with a theory that suits this scenario best. We know that. We know in any circumstance there are a number of different theories that could work really well. There is no right theory. There is no wrong theory. This is a part of you being positive and respectful when you negotiate with your team which theory you think fits best. We know there won't be one that meets every single need perfectly, but it would be great for you to identify one, because when you identify one, you're going to use that theory to improve the scenario. So you've all decided on a specific theory here. So you've said, oh gosh, okay, we've had these 2, 3, or 4 different theories that were researched. We've looked into the challenges and the benefits of it, so the limitations and the benefits. And now we've chosen this one here. And down here, you're going to rewrite the scenario using that theory you've decided. Oh, I know that I've been very wordy here. Let me move on, and I'm hoping to make it a little bit clearer for you. So this, I've turned it into a bit of a checklist, so you know what week, what you're doing, and how it relates to the task. And I'm going to take you to our Padlet. So our Padlet, here we go. This is our Padlet for A3. Same idea, everybody. I'll have all the links and everything that you need in here. So these are the 2 visuals that we've just gone through, and they'll just help you to understand and step through the assignment. And then what I'm going to do is in the next video, I'm going to help you to actually plan. And how do you approach this assignment? How do you actually write it? So it's a little bit different because you're doing personal reflections, but you're also linking with research. So jump into the next recorded session, and I can help you out with that. So thank you, everyone. Bye.